Hey everyone, have you ever wondered why God placed the tree of the knowledge of good and evil in the Garden of Eden? Have you ever wondered why He even placed it in the middle? I mean, the reason why capitals are placed in the middle of a country is because they want it to be accessible to anybody in any part of the country. And so God placing it in the middle meant that it was easily accessible by Adam and Eve from many parts of the garden. Now, God placed the tree in the middle and He gave man free will. I always wondered as a child, why would God do such a thing? That's like tempting man, that's like, seducing man. But then I realized something very interesting. I'm an AI engineer, and when I develop my machines and softwares, one thing I don't do is to give them the free will to choose between what they have to do and what they shouldn't do. And one reason I think that is because I cannot afford the damages if they choose what they shouldn't do. And so I need to make sure that they do what they are supposed to do, and make sure that they do not do what they are not supposed to do. Why? Because I cannot afford the damages. And that speaks volumes about the freedom that God has given to man, or that God gave to man in the Garden of Eden. It was simply because God wasn't scared by the choice of man to eat the fruit. God wasn't scared. He wasn't going to be thrown off balance. And the freedom of man by God is a reflection of the audacity of the sovereignty of God. In other words, God felt fully in charge. If you eat the good, if you do the good, it's to your advantage. If you do the evil, it is not to my disadvantage. That must be what was going through God's mind. And true sovereignty means that God can remedy any situation. It means that God can control any situation. It means that God cannot be caught off balance in any situation. He is truly sovereign. He rules in the light and he also rules in the darkness. Now perhaps you have lived your whole life choosing evil. You've lived your whole life choosing what is wrong. You've lived your whole life outside of God's love, outside of God's leadership and lordship. And you're thinking right now, is it possible that God can still help me? I came to tell you today, if God is truly sovereign, then there is nothing you can do that is beyond the redeeming power of God. If God is truly sovereign, which He is, then there is nothing you have done that threw Him off balance. The Father is waiting. Come home.